I'm standing beside the release cages at the Acorn Acres Rehabilitation Center in Millersville. Let's go inside and find out how these animals are cared for before they're able to go back into their natural habitat.
Squirrels are single-handedly responsible for the propagation of our national forests. You know, every forgotten nut could be a tree. They are the reason the forests are spreading into the Midwest. And the forests clean our air, our oxygen. I mean, we need these guys in our ecosystem.
I'm here with Betsy Shank at the Acorn Acres Wildlife Rehabilitation Center, and she is the founder and executive director here. So Betsy, talk to me a little bit about what takes place here at the center.
On a daily basis, we receive animals from the public. We specialize in squirrels, bunnies, and woodchucks. And when the public finds orphaned, ill, or abandoned animals, they bring them to us, and we fix them up, raise them, and then we release them to the wild. And right now we're in baby season, so we're getting a lot of the babies, the juveniles, the little pinky squirrels, and a lot of bunnies.
So who's this fancy guy here enjoying a snack that I'm jealous of?
This is Elliot. He's one of our ambassadors, so he's Elliot the groundhog. He's an ambassador in training. He's still learning some of the tricks to the trade, and he's about 1, so he's like a toddler, and sometimes he needs snacks.
Yeah, don't we all? Talk to me a little bit about the conditions that the animals come in to your center.
Oh boy, we can get everything from what we call a healthy baby, and that is that somebody took it out of the nest from mom, to babies that have been injured, broken limbs. Squirrels are known to be a little top heavy, so they land on their heads a lot. There's always hit by car animals. So it really varies. In the winter, there's hypothermic. In the summer, there's fly strike or maggots, and the overheating, the sunstrokes. So every day is, surprise, what's coming in today?
Yeah, and I know you, in a previous conversation, you mentioned just how difficult it may be to euthanize an animal. But with some of the horrific sort of conditions that you've seen, it's a saving grace.
So the word euthanasia means the good death. It is a gift. It is the last sign of love or appreciation that we can offer these animals.
One thing for sure is that you are able to do something you're passionate about all of the time. So talk to me a little bit about just your story and why this is so important to you.
You know, I was in corporate America, climbing the ladder. I was headed to the top, and I came home from work one day, jumped on the lawn tractor. I was mowing the yard, and I found what I thought was a dead baby squirrel. Jumped off the tractor to pick him up, to dispose of him, and he wasn't dead. And he was covered in fly strike, and he had some maggot activity, so I cleaned all that up and raised him and released him, and I thought I did a really good job. Then I found out you're not allowed to legally do that. They kept coming. I was getting 14, 15 squirrels. You're not legally allowed to do this. So I had to find another rehabilitator to work under, because then you could go as a sub-permittee. So I did that for a number of years, and then I joined SCORE, the business mentoring group. So I'm a SCORE client, and I hired an attorney, and the 3 of us opened a nonprofit. I went to the state, took all of my rehab tests, got all my permits, and now I can give back to my community in a long-term, meaningful way. I'm an extremely fortunate woman. It's a bittersweet day on release day to watch a squirrel climb their very first tree ever. They are so excited. You can see them quivering with excitement. They're dashing up and down the trees, and they stop so fast they skid, like you're sliding in first base, like they're playing baseball.
Wow.
And then they turn around and they run the other way and they do it again. They are so happy to be free. Yeah, I can't protect them anymore, but my gift is watching them be that happy. And then I get to come in and have a glass of wine.
Sounds good to me.
At the end of the day.
Well, let's see this little baby have some milk, if we can.
Are you hungry? So this is a little girl. Yeah,
Oh.
she's hungry.
How can you tell?
That she's hungry or a little girl?
Hungry.
Well, it's time to eat, and she just put her hand to her mouth, and when squirrels are hungry, they go hand to mouth, hand to mouth. We have her formula here, already warm and ready to go. You hungry? So we weigh these guys every morning, and that determines how much food they get each day. They get a certain percentage of their body weight per feeding.
Will they give you cues when they're full?
Some of them are done, yeah. They just push the syringe away and they're like, yeah, no thank you. I'm finished, thanks. Others will eat until their bellies pop. They love their formula. So as they get older, we will allow them to take a little bit more. But then we also start encouraging that they eat some solid foods.
How are you able to sort of keep it up, in order to make sure that these babies have everything they need?
So as any nonprofit, we have a board of directors and we have volunteers. And some of my board of directors are very good at making connections throughout the community. They make the initial connection and then I go in and ask for the funds. A lot of work on social media. I have a social media manager that does a lot of our posting for us. The one thing that we actually do a lot of is education. We go to different, like I said earlier, assisted living facilities. Are you finished? Do you want more? And schools. We charge a fee for that, for the education. So that helps. A lot of the school systems bring us in. We did a double program yesterday. I've got one next week. We run summer camps. So 50% of our job as rehabilitators is education. We're educating the public, we're educating the kids, we're doing programs with our ambassador animals. And then that helps keep the doors open as well. Okay, so you see how she's not really super excited anymore? She's reached her capacity.
Yeah.
And she had enough. Yeah.
Oh, so she's ready for a nap, I guess.
Are you ready for a nap? Yeah. I just love these little guys. When you do what you love, of course it's work, but it's really not.
Well, after a wonderful day with these furry friends, I think I'm going to want to volunteer. For The Spark, I'm Anaya Falcon.
For more from Mosaic, please like and subscribe to the channel or check out another video. To help support this project, please visit witf.org/mosaic.